Hey, hey everybody. I have a I don't know whether you guys can see it. I'm trying out my new tripod. But ever since I got my piercing on my nose, I've had maybe like that bump that comes on your nose appear like maybe like 1 or 2 times. And it was all healed and gone. And yesterday I went out and caught a cold and woke up this morning with like, this is the biggest I've ever seen it. Let me see if I can go in and show you guys what it looks like. Look closely. Like, when I'm going in my nostril, that red mark right there, that's it. So I kind of figured that I would show what I did the first time, even though it's like tons of tutorials on YouTube, I guess, about what you need. I just wanted to show the transformation because people just show like a before and after picture. They don't really show you how it looks from day to day and what you need to expect. Now, I've seen a lot of people use tea tree oil. I've seen them use sea salt, aspirin. I kind of like mixed them up and made a concoction of my own. So what I do is I take, this is a few aspirin that I put in here in my little thing. See right here? Like maybe like 4 or 5 aspirins, and then I put sea salt in here. Like the coarse sea salt. This is the one that I use. You guys can see it. And I just like put regular Walgreens aspirin inside. Before I had like the chewable tablets because they crushed easier. It was just a lot easier for me to crush them. But now, since I had this in my house for the longest, and I was like, why don't I just use it? So I'm using this now. It helps out a lot. And then I got this tea tree oil right here from, I want to say I could have gotten this from Walgreens. It's 100% all natural tea tree oil, but I know places like Trader Joe's carries it too. It's very, very strong and harsh on the skin, so if you're going to use it very mildly. You don't need a lot of it. So normally what I do is I just put like a drop in here with this, and then you can mix it up with, some people mix it with saline, like contact solution, or you could just use distilled water. But normally what I'll do is I'll just crush it up. I'm crushing it up now. And you want to continue to crush it until it turns into a paste. That part is like really, really important because if you don't crush it until it turns into a paste, it kind of like, it falls off your nose at night. Because I have a spray that I use. Let me get I should have had it, but you guys got to give me 1 second. Let me go grab it. My spray bottle. So this is a spray bottle that I have, just a regular spray bottle. And I mix it up with salt water and a little bit of tea tree oil and distilled water. So this one has no aspirin in it. The aspirin is what I put on my nose at night, and that normally helps to take care of the inflammation because I am like terrible when it comes to not like being rough. As girly as I am, I'm like a tomboy at heart. So I'm like rubbing my face. If I gotta wash my face, then I'll forget. I'll put the covers over my face and I like snatch my nose ring out. So I don't think that bump. I think the bump is actually it came from irritation, from me making mistakes and forgetting that it's there and pulling or doing something that I shouldn't have been doing when I'm washing my face. But I just think that it's a buildup of my skin going, look, you keep hurting me in this one place, and I'm about to build up some type of skin or some type of scab so that way you can't hurt me anymore. That's my body's way of saying you're doing too much. You need to calm it down. So, but this is what I have, and I normally put this on a Q-tip in the morning, and I clean the inside of my nose, and I clean the outside of my nose around it. So, but I know that they actually make sea salt water, and you could just buy it. You can get it from Walgreens or any pharmacy. They normally have it. Because where I went, and I'm going to use a little bit of this to mix this up. Where I went to go get my piercing, I literally went to a regular, a jewelry place. And they just pierced it for me for like $20. I've heard a lot of people say, what you need to do is you just need to go to an actual piercing place, because I ended up going to one of them anyway because I had a regular piercing, but it kept popping out. And so it was just like a regular earring. They just gave me one of them, and they put it through the gun and they pierced my nose with it, so it kept coming out, and I was afraid of getting it infected that way. So when I went to a regular place where they do regular piercings. They gave me one that's kind of like a corkscrew. You guys can't see it because when I clean it, I turn it in a way to where it doesn't come out. But normally sometimes if I'm blowing my nose or whatever, you'll see like a little piece of metal hanging down. Now that helps so it doesn't pop out, but at the same time, it's not helping when I'm doing something crazy, like when I'm pulling if I'm washing my face and I make a mistake and it snags onto my whatever it is I'm using to wash my face with, and it doesn't come all the way out. Like generally if you have like something like that in your nose where they just do a regular earring piercing, it'll just pop out. This, it won't come out. Like it has to turn and come out, and it hurts like heck. It hurts like I can't even describe to you guys how bad it hurts. It hurts so bad. But anyway, you want to continue to crush it. For you guys who know me and know me the way that I am normally when I go outside, this is how I am when I'm in my house. Just so relaxed, no makeup on or anything, and I try my best to keep myself up, keep my skin together, you know, my little skincare regimen, make sure my face and my body is oiled up, especially this time of year. Winter really does a trick on your body. I mean, as soon as it gets a little bit cold and my landlord turns the heat on, my skin just dries out. Like, it's ridiculous how dry my skin gets. But one of the plights to if you're trying to look your best all the time, you know, you gotta moisturize. That dog barking in the background is my landlord's dog. But so what you want to do is you want to continue to until it turns into a paste. Really just wanted to show everybody this because what I found was I'm like, dude, I'm online looking. So finally, after maybe like 3 weeks of figuring out what works for me and getting this bump to go away, nobody really had any pictures showing you, okay, this is how it looks. And then I'm going to continue how it gradually goes down. Generally, it only takes 2 to 3 days for the bump to get missing or to go away, to completely heal itself. But you have to continue to clean your nose. And a lot of places, like what I found was when I went to get when I went to go get my nose pierced, they the guy who pierced my nose just said, don't touch it. When you go to a regular piercing place, they tell you what you need to do to clean it, what you need to do in order to make it heal. Obviously, they want to tell you not to touch it. And they also give you some type of saline or cleaning solution. So that's one of the things that you lack if you just want to go and spend $20, get piercing your nose, and then you're going about your business. I don't know what's going on out there with my landlord's dog. Something happened. It's like 2 of them out there in that hallway, and it sounds like they fighting. But anyway, that's one of the things. So you want to make sure you have a cleaning regimen. So you can go to a regular place and get your nose pierced at a earring shop, but you just need to remember that you have to clean your nose. You have to clean it. That's a very, very tough place to get a piercing because first of all, it stays wet and it's a lot of moving around. It's on your face. You make a lot of facial expressions and it's just a lot going on. So you want to make sure you keep it clean. Yeah, you don't want to touch it and rub your face on it like crazy, but you want to make sure you, touch it or rub your face like crazy, but you do want to make sure that you touch your face to clean it. That's very, very important. So, I want to start doing a lot of these videos. I mean, talking to you guys, whoever looks at my videos makes me feel like I'm not alone. And I have a whole bunch of friends. Because I know I'm not the only woman in the world who can find like a million things to do in her own apartment. Like, people invite me to go out all the time, but I'm like, but there's so much to do here. My apartment ain't but so big. It's literally like this big, but I'll find a million things to do in it because I'm just a homebody. That's what I love to do. And the man that I decide to marry is going to appreciate that about me. Then I'm not like running around outside. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that I'd rather find a million things to do in my apartment. So much to do. So many things to fix. When I get a house, that's going to be the end of it. There's so many things I want to do to this apartment that I won't do because I don't own it. But if I got a house, I'll probably never leave. Anyway. You guys look in there now. See in there now? It's like a paste. And I have Q-tips. Those are regular Q-tips. This one is the kind that has like a ball right here. There's safety Q-tips. So, wet it up a little bit. I need to make some more of this solution for my, in the morning. And I normally do it every so often, but that cleaning solution, I've seen one lady at my job, she keeps it with her, the one that you can buy at the store, so that anytime she makes a mistake and pulls something, anytime she makes a mistake and pulls something, she cleans it. Because, I mean, it is on your face. You're going to have mistakes. Sometimes you want to grab it or whatever. So, but you just want to take a little bit of the paste. And generally, rule of thumb is, well, for me, you want to do it right before you go to bed. I don't think that I'm leaving back out the house for the rest of the day, which is why I'm putting this on now. But it looks like this. You see, it's like a little bit of that. And what you do is you just put it on there. This could be crushed up a little bit better. I'm going to put it on there like that. You just want to make sure you cover up the place that has the majority of the inflammation. And for me, that's right over here, because that's the part of my nose that ring keeps, that the nose ring keeps catching on to stuff and pulling. It's like, oh, it's terrible. It feels so, it hurts so bad, and I'm usually okay when it comes to pain, but you just want to dab it. And for those people who have, like, if it's irritated, the tea tree oil and the seed, it just does something. It makes you feel so much better. Like, it makes you feel so much better. It's not, I mean, not for nothing, I wouldn't mind going outside like this, because that's the type of person that I am. I really don't care about why somebody's going, why is her nose white? It's more so about me, like, look, walking around with that bump on your nose, if you're not doing the right thing by it, to me, it's less aesthetically pleasing. It's just like, dude, just get your nose together. Not for nothing, it's a keloid, and if you don't take care of it when it initially happens, that overgrowth of the skin will stay there. So you have to get rid of it quickly in order for you to get rid of it permanently. And just want to take make sure you're more aware of how you're touching your face. So I'm doing a lot better with that now. And just, you can't keep pulling your face, and you want to get colds like that. This cold that I have right now is what really made it turn into something else. Like, I don't think that this bump would be as big if I wasn't so irritated and had this cold. And I mean, things like that happen, but you have to make sure you're cleaning the inside and the outside of your nose. So that's important. But like I said, you can make your own. A little bit of distilled water. Put some sea salt in there. By the way, this is the stuff that you need to be cooking with. This doesn't have any iodine in it. It's healthier for you to cook with just a little bit of sea salt. But you can use this for a lot of stuff. So, like I said, you want to put the sea salt in the spray bottle. Mix it up with a little bit of distilled water. And if the tea tree oil doesn't bother you, just literally like a splash of that. I shake it up. I let the distilled water, let the crystals from the salt melt. And then I have my little spray in my house that I can spray on my nose when I get up in the morning, to clean it after I take this stuff off, because I won't touch it for the rest of the night. But if you put it on before you go to bed, normally if it's sticky and pasty enough, it'll sit there. And you just wash it off in the morning, but you just have to be aware of your face. That's pretty much it. And so what I do with the rest of this stuff is I'll put it inside of a plastic bag or a piece of aluminum foil, because it's sea salt, distilled water, and tea tree oil. I mean, if you don't do it, the right thing by it, it's going to dry up. So you want to make sure you put it in something that's going to allow it to stay wet, and then I'll continue to use it until it's done and I need to make some more. So, but hopefully this video is beneficial into how to get that ball off your nose. But like I said, you guys saw it in the beginning, and I'll continue to do videos to show you guys, how small it got, so that way you know that it actually worked. It took me a few times of doing this to figure out what worked for me, because initially it was use tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is very dry to your skin. It's very strong. That's why they tell you to use just a tad bit of it, and it dries out your nose. Then it was just like you just use aspirin. But what I found was the aspirin and the sea salt mix was what helped me. And it's the minerals inside of the sea salt that helps that inflammation go down, from what I read. The aspirin is good, but the sea salt is what really helps it. So, I mean, like I said, hopefully this is beneficial to you guys, and I had fun. I'm going to be posting more of these videos, and hopefully they get funner, they get better, and comment or tell me how it is you feel about it, what you guys think I should do more of. And I'm thinking about posting them on YouTube, but I wanted to start off on Facebook because most of you guys are already my friends, and I ain't scared of y'all. So, oh yeah, my scarf. If you guys like my scarf and you want it, let me know. This is like the best thing for me wrapping up my hair. I've come up with something that I think is really cool. So, anyway, all right, bye.